Ann-Kio Briggs. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
All right, welcome. So, like I would always ask people who come on the show, what's your take on what has been happening for more than a month in River State? Of course, the political drama that has been playing out in River State. What's your take on that? Let's start from that.
Quite honestly, we have to accept that for some reason that River State has ended up becoming what I would call a political center stage, a political eye of the storm sort of thing.
All right.
There is no time since 1999 that I can recall where the people of River State, some of the people of River State, have not quarreled or have not gotten killed or have not killed for the purposes of elections and the purposes of political party. Now, I find this very unacceptable, very disagreeable. Maybe because by the grace of God, I have been exposed to how politics is conducted outside of Nigeria.
Okay.
River State, I see no reason why, for instance, why Nigeria as a nation has been compelled that an outgoing governor or an outgoing president must have a person of his choice to take over from him. It's not a family business where, if a father is president of a company and he has children, it stands to reason as a parent that at least they would think one of them would be interested in taking over the business. And so it then makes sense if you care that somebody is going to take over his father's business. But it becomes ridiculous when all we hear from time to time during political time is Godfather. Somebody is somebody's godson. Somebody is somebody's godfather. And that throws off the people, the electorate, into such confusion. Why is it necessary that somebody must take over from somebody and that person must be anointed? So, there must be something to hide. Why must there be something to hide? Why can we not have a situation where when the tenure is finished and somebody else is taking over, we have a situation where the documents pertaining to the past government is handed over for ease of the incoming government to know where what account is, to know where what projects stop and things like that. And so we put up with this godfatherism, we put up with this anguish across Nigeria, but definitely in River State, we have put up with this irrelevant needs and desires of a political party or some people who feel that they are so powerful that they must have the last say in things to do with the life and property and the future of the people of River State and the development of River State. So I'm horrified that instead of us talking about development of River State, instead of us talking about creating jobs for the citizens of River State, instead of giving them quality education, health care, all what we're talking about is one political party and the other, and that one godfather is dissatisfied and one godson is trying to make up for what what the Godfather considers misbehavior or whatever the case may be. Why are Rivers people and in effect other Nigerians? Why do we have to go through this? Why? So I'm not. I'm very upset, right. And I also am not. I'm not going to be silent. I'm not going to be quiet over these issues.
All right.
We have rights.
All right.
And we must begin to demand those rights and exercise those rights.
Now, I want to ask a question. You've said Godfatherism, and you've talked about Godfatherism, rather, and you've been able to define what it is or how it is playing out in River State. But, it's not now that it started. It started even before the elections, the party primaries, up until the campaign period. Why did the elders not come out to speak against it even before now? And that's my first, real question.
Well, it's not what the elders are doing today. Let it not center. Let the media not center this thing around the elders' body.
All right.
This thing is about River State. It's about the Rivers people. That is one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is that when we find ourselves in this situation, it's because people don't speak up that eventually people like Ann-Kio, people like the Elders Forum, find themselves, it's like stepping into what I would describe as a lacuna, an emptiness about doing what is right, an emptiness about being prepared to look power in the face and say to power, you are wrong or you're right. So like for instance, you've asked a very germane question by saying, oh, why, like in the past, why have the elders not come up? Okay, let me ask a question. I mean, I'm reading in social media and I'm listening and I'm hearing that the 27 House of Assembly members who on their own accord walked out of PDP and the people who put them in power and walked crossed over to APC. They keep shouting about, that they have withdrawn the impeachment against Sin. Okay, fine. If they've withdrawn the so-called impeachment against him, can we see the document? Where is the document? Where is the document that served on Sin? Because Sin says he has never been served the document. So when they say they have withdrawn it, what exactly have they withdrawn? It's not good enough to say we have withdrawn. What did you withdraw? This is a secret cause. It's politics now. A secret call. Politics is about the people that you have been handed over their power to use on their behalf for their benefit. But what we are seeing in politics everywhere in Nigeria, but particularly in Niger State, and I've seen this since 1999, and I come from a long line of relatives and community people that have been involved in politics for as long as I can remember. And this is not politics. What is happening in River State is not politics. Where it is about the personal interest of people. And I want journalists and journalism to be able to ask this question as I am asking. But if you say you have withdrawn the impeachment against that you consider against Sin, where is the documentation? What did Sin do that you have now withdrawn?
All right.
But instead, we're going to sweep this under the carpet and deal with what is happening now, which is like what? The president has listed out 7 or 8 points.
8 points.
That both him and the lawmakers and even the people who resigned as commissioners are now being instructed to take them back, and that the lawmakers should now be taken back. Taken back to how? On what platform? On PDP platform or on APC platform? And that they should be paid. So their enumeration. So is this about what the lawmakers or the House of Assembly members should be paid? Or is this about Rivers State?
All right.
And what is going on in this?
Okay, now talking about whether it's about Rivers State or about the political personalities or the politicians. Now, we understand that the Rivers elders, have made a statement saying they are against the signing of that document, the document with 8 clauses, asking for, the withdrawal of the impeachment notice, asking for the commissioners who resigned to be reinstated, for the what's it called now? The budget to be sent back to the House of Assembly with the 27 lawmakers. It had several points therein. Which exactly is not sitting well with the Rivers elders? I'd like to know. Is it all of it? Is it some of it? Can you tell me?
Let me just highlight a few in this conversation. Now, there is a judgment that was given, and that says that the Anderson is the speaker, and whether there are 4 members with him or 5 members with him. So what I'm saying is that by law, therefore, they are the Anderson-led group is the authentic
assembly, yeah,
that is recognized by the court.
All right.
Now we have a situation where the 27 members who resigned from PDP shall be recognized alongside the leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly, as led by the Right Honorable Martin Amezule, shall be recognized among the members, the 27 members who resigned from PDP. I recognize as law. They have resigned. And the law says that when you take these actions and there are certain things that are not in place, that you seem to be a member of the House of Assembly. Now, if that document, this document we're talking about, does it supersede the Constitution of Nigeria? Does this document supersede the judgment of a court? Is the president now the chief judge? Is the president now the he has set the Constitution aside by involving himself in this document, which, looking at it, lawyers have said so, that this document is unconstitutional. Lawyers have said that.
Let me come in now. I get where you're driving to, but what if the parties, and I've been trying to ask this question since today, what if the parties involved, the Edison party, the Martin party, everybody, the governor, are saying, okay, you know what, let's take things back to the way they were. And that, for anybody to be able to challenge, that document, it will be someone from the House of Assembly. So what can we do as Rivers people? What can the elders do? I mean, I'm thinking about it from that angle.
Well, I mean, honestly, Rivers people have a right
Okay.
to go to court on any issue of governance that they are not happy with. Rivers people have a right to criticize and even to withdraw their representatives if they're not happy with them anymore. But what we are saying, and great legal minds in this country have looked at this document and have said that this document, under the circumstances in which this document was signed, that this document is illegal. Let the court decide whether this document is illegal or not. Now, I'm looking at the document.
Madam, we have a commercial break, so I have to pause you. When we come back, we continue.
Yes, you're just
Hard Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, apologies for the very long break. I don't even know what to say. But yes, you're still listening to Hard Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kalada Kurubatibo, and I believe I still have my guest via the phone. I'm talking about Ann-Kio Briggs. She's a Niger-Delta activist, and she's a part of the Rivers Elders and Leaders Forum, and we've been talking. And I think we also would quickly wrap up the conversation. Welcome back on the show, madam, if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I've never had such long advertorial break.
It's the festive season, and I mean a lot of companies are trying to sell their goods. So yeah, sorry about that. Before we went on the break, we're looking at, what if the parties involved do not want to carry on with, the fight or the legal battles? And you said, or you were saying that Rivers people have a right to fight against anti-government policies. Can you continue from where you stopped?
Yes. First of all, I was pointing out that this document, for instance, at point 5, it says the River State House of Assembly shall choose where they want to sit and conduct their legislative business without interference and hindrance from the executive arm of the government.
Yeah.
This point that we are told that Governor Singh has signed into is not happening anywhere else in Nigeria, in the 36 states, except in River State. The State House of Assembly in any state, even in the Federal Capital State, in the Federal Capital Territory, does not, I repeat, does not choose where it will sit. That is why when the president presented his budget, he referred to Wike as the landlord of the Federal Capital Territory. It is the state government that gives the state assembly the place, the house, the location where they will sit and conduct business for the people of the state. In this case, the people of River State. But now, the president of Nigeria is saying and has given the powers to a group of missing in action state assembly members who now turn around after they have abandoned their constituents, have turned around and come to say and find themselves in a place supported by the president of Nigeria to say that they will choose where they will sit. So, for instance, they can choose to sit in the kitchen, one of their members, because this document says that they have a right to sit. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
Are we what really are we doing in River State?
Madam,
that a group of people will just get up and change the laws as it suits them because they have as a governor a man that is genuinely quiet, a man that is genuinely humble, that they will now find themselves disrespecting the number one seat, the number one political seat in River State. What does that then say about the people? So they have no respect, they have no regard, including the president of Nigeria.
All right.
Have no respect
sorry,
for
madam.
the people of River State.
Sorry, madam. we have limited time, so I would like to have your say on what the solution should be going forward. In few, I think we've got 60 seconds or thereabout. So what would be the solution going forward, in your opinion?
The solution going forward is that, number one, the missing in action state assembly members should first of all tell River State people why they activated this crisis.
Okay.
This crisis, they activated it. Why did they activate it? By insisting that they are going to impeach the governor. You cannot impeach the governor or anybody else without having reasons. You have to show reasons. They have not, up to today, they've not shown up reasons. Therefore, the way forward is for the people who have left the PDP party to be seen as having abandoned their responsibilities to their constituency, and therefore they are no longer representing the people. INEC should call for it.
I've got to go. I've got to go. Thank you very much.
This is Beyond Today, brought to you by FBN Quest.